Guys, watch when his tail comes up, because that's really impressive to me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Padre. Come on. Come on. Okay, that's not a good sign. Come on. Oh, if she comes over, we'll feed her. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a female. Her name's Lady Laguna, and I thought she was over there. It's nesting time. You think she has a nest over there in the tall grass there, and she was sitting there patrolling that. So usually when they're patrolling, they don't bother to eat. So I didn't think she would come over, but she's right here. He's very gentleman. He'll let her eat first, and then he'll eat. So he's somewhat polite. Anyway, both these gators are nuisance gators. The big Padre, what his story is, about 4 years ago, he was about 12 something, about 750. He gets too old to actually hunt. So what happens is he looks for opportunity food. So he found a fish cleaning station in Port Arthur, and he was going up there pretty regularly to get when they fillet the fish, get the scraps on the food. And the fishing slowed down, and he jumped on the back of a boat, one of those shallow sports with no side. And once he did that, now the feeding him was unintentional, but it's illegal, but they let it go. But when he jumped on the back of the boat, that crossed the line. So he had to be removed. So they brought him here, and so we've had him. So he's 55 years old now. Now, the lucky thing for him, I feel like he's got another 55 years in him, because we change the water regularly. He's got a fence to keep people out and keep him in. He's got a female here to kind of help keep him happy and stuff.
Just hanging out.
So basically, he's got it made, and he gets fed. Now he's fed so well. This is amazing to me.
He's coming.
If a bird comes down here and hunts, he won't even bother to get it. A duck can go right in front of his face, and he just looks at it, doesn't even bother. I had a couple years ago, we had a baby duck come like that far from its nose, and I was watching the whole thing. I wasn't panicking about it. I was like, oh my gosh, he did nothing, because he's fed. So that's what happens a lot of times in the wild too. If you feed a gator, they stop hunting. They figure, I'll just wait for a human to come by. Because our food, this has no feathers, no beaks, no eyes. It basically doesn't have fur. It's nice, good quality meat. So basically, he's kind of spoiled with his food stuff. Okay, what she's trying to do, she's doing called a jaw drag. She's thinking that I dropped food in there. So she was checking to make sure that I didn't drop it in there. Anyway, she's 27 years old. Big Padre's 55. And again, we had him dated with the osteoderm test, and so that's how we know his age. And they did her too. So 55 and 27. The rest of them we haven't bothered testing because it costs a lot of money and it's traumatic to the gators. It doesn't hurt them, but it scares them. Come on, Padre, one more bite. Come on. Guys, he closes his eyes because when you're right in front of him, because he can't see in front anyway, so he's going off vibrations from his face and his front part. Come on, one more. Dad, look at all this meat I have. You want some? Open your mouth. Open.
This is his special diet.
Open.
How big did they say Big Padre is? 12 feet long.
Open.
And get Padre's friend to eat.
Try it again. Here we go. I'm going to show you when I drop it here. She'll get it if she can find it. So she has sensory glands along her jaw for temperature and for vibration and water pressure too. And so they can find food if you happen to drop it. I'd rather throw it in her mouth, but...
Come on, Padre.
Over here.
Ooh, there he goes. He's eating. Whoa. He got his food, though.
Up. Open your mouth. Open, please. The other guy that does it, he pets the gator. I'm not that level yet. I won't... I'm not gonna... I'll pet the little ones, but I'm going to take the big ones. And actually, I think they like it, but it's not my style.
You're coming, you're coming,
I
you're
want to keep all
coming.
my fingers and hands. Okay, come on, one more.
This is their special diet.
Up, 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 up. Come on. Up, up, up. I'll tell you a quick story, and then I think we'll wrap it up. Yeah, this happened about 3 years ago. I was feeding Big Padre. Now she's over here now. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Up, 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 up. Come on, open, Anyway, so I threw it at Big Padre. That's what I'm not doing. I'll tell you what. I threw it to the right, so I missed. And so he looked at me like that, and then the next one I threw straight down the middle was a strike. He had moved to the right, anticipating me to the right. And then the next time I reached down over here, he had his head way up here. I turned around, he was probably that far away from me. And I went kind of back like this and threw it in there. He wanted to make sure that the third time we didn't get it out there. So, and it's real hard for me to throw. For some reason, throw it in his mouth. So it's harder than it looks, but I'm about 50% guy. I have to go in, half don't. So that's why I can let somebody else feed usually. Come on. Come on, Padre. Come on. There we go. Good piece here. Okay, just nice tail over there. Okay, come on. We got 2 more pieces, so let's see if they'll eat them. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Up. Come on. Up. Open your mouth. Open so we can get it in there. Up. Up. Okay. Anyway, you may have any questions or comments? Okay.